So what we are actually learning yesterday is about the permissions. Okay, permissions of files and directories. Okay. So yesterday I created a file. I show you the default permission. I created a folder or a directory. I show you the default permission. So whenever you are creating a file or a folder, what exactly the default permission is? I'm audible to all of you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So I told you yesterday, I showed you what are the permissions is actually provided to the folders and the directories if we are creating. So the default file permission is file permission. RW is for the owner, then only R for the group and R means read. So read write permission for the owner, read permission for the group, and read permission for the others. Others means if Kali Linux created a particular file, then the Kali is the owner of the file. Except Kali, other users are not able to edit that file, delete that file, modify that file, but the root user will be able to do it. Okay. So others permission is only read permission. So I already showed you yesterday, if I am creating any file, default file, and if someone want to use it, they cannot able to use that one. See. Others user would not able to edit it, modified it, cannot able to change any content inside the file. Why? Because the default permission for the other user is only read permission. So okay, I'm with the Kali user and ls/home. There is a user called Eric. Okay, and cd/home/Kali /Kali. Okay, ls. So there are so many directories are there, and suppose that I am checking CH directory. No, I'm not going to do anything here. Access web ls web. Oh no. VPack, Hydra, Solaris, script, desktop, AI, exploit. Fine. I'm going to create one directory, mkdir, mic, okay, cd, and creating one file. Suppose that I'm creating an empty file, no, cat, Ravi. Wait a minute, guys. Okay. So I'm going to create a file Ravi in this. This is a file, saved it, ls space hyphen l. It is showing the permission that for the owner who is Kali has read write permission and group has only read permission, others have only read permission. SU ERIC Eric user, I am switching to the another user. So this is also a command to switching a user from one user to another user. It is asking the password. I provided the password. Okay. And the particular file is actually created /home /Kali and okay. The other user does not have the permission of the execute permission. So that's why I'm not able to enter inside to the directory. Okay, not an issue. CD .port. Exit CD /home/Kali. Then after that, CD ls space hyphen l. C. So the write permission is not there for the file. And if I see ls space hyphen l for cd dot ls space hyphen l. So the Ravi user has only read permission for it. And ls space hyphen l. And here, if we see for the Michael, only for the others, the execute permission is there. Then why SU Eric CD CD space dot ls space hyphen l. Okay, that's why, because here for the other users, none of any permission is provided. So that's why it is not going to do. So what we are going to do, exit and okay. But I want to check one thing why it happened. I'm shutting down my Kali Linux operating system, okay, for a while. So see, if the default file permission is this one, how we are actually denoting these permissions in the Linux operating system. So this is read permission, then write permission, then the execute permission. So I already told you about these things. And when you are creating a directory, permissions for the directory, default permission for the directory. Whenever we are creating the directory, the default permission is for the owner. Read, write, execute permission is there. For the group, read and execute permission is there. And for the other user also, read and execute permission is there. So the default permission is read, write, execute for the owner, read and execute for the group, and read and execute for the other. So in Linux operating system, we are actually denoting these particular permissions in a appropriate values. Okay. So read, write, and execute. For read, the value is 4. For write, the value is 2. And for the execute, the value is 1. Okay. So total value is 7. That means here 4, 2, 1. Here we calculate, if we calculate the values, in the values, if we try to see the permission, what exactly the permission is provided to the file. So for the read permission, the value is 2, and the write permission value is for the read permission, the value is 4, and the write permission, the value is 2. So the total permission is 6. Okay. Then after that, for the group, there is only read permission is there. So for the read permission, the value is 4. So that means 6, 4. Then for the other users, the value is 4. So that means the total, the permission, the default permission for the users, the default permission for the users, that is 644 for the file. If we are creating any file, then the particular permission for the file, that is 644. And
Hello, sir.
yeah,
Few students said they are waiting for you to let them in.
I'm seeing here no one is showing here to me. No one is here for the waiting.
I got my friends they are here waiting.
No, no one is here. See, that's why I trying to see here. No one is here. No one is in a queue. Tell them that kindly join it, so I will able to join it in the queue. So 644 is the default permission for the file. Similarly, for the directory, the default permission for the directory is for read, the value is 4, write, value 2, execute, value 1. That means for owner, the permission is 7. For group, the permission is 4 plus 1, that is 5. And for the other users, the permission is 4 plus 1, that is also 5. That means the default permission for the directory, that is 755. Default permission for the file, that is 644. Default permission for the directory, that is 755. So these are the default permission. Okay. Now, if you want to change the default permissions, suppose that if you want to provide a permission to a particular user, if you want to provide a write permission to a particular user so that the user will also able to write in the file. That means editing permission you want to provide to the user. So that is known as editing the permission. Okay. Sudo permission. It is not showing the sudo permission to me. Mhm. Actually, what happens, yesterday I done some practicals over here. So what happens, the sudo permission, there is a permission of a sudo is provided to the user. Then only the user would able to run the commands, which commands, the privileged commands. Okay, so right now what is happening, I am not able to run the privileged commands over here because I am not able to log in with the root user. And I also forget the password of root user. And this particular, what is the method? Mm, Okay, I will troubleshoot it later on. Right now, I am starting up my Ubuntu machine. Okay, Ubuntu is also a addition of or a family of Linux operating system. So right now I am using Ubuntu. I will troubleshoot it later on. Okay, it will take time because what exactly happened in this Kali Linux operating system, I forgot the password of root user. Okay, and the Kali user does not have that sudo permission. That means the special permission, and the power to provide the special permission to the Kali is only by the root user. And I forgot the password of root user. So tomorrow I will troubleshoot it. Then we will see how to do the task on Kali Linux operating system. Today we are working on Ubuntu operating system. Okay. Here also the same commands are running in the Ubuntu operating system also, the basic commands. So suppose that if you want to provide a permissions, if you want to configure the permission to the files, then we have to add those particular permission according to these values. And the command is chmod. So with the help of chmod command, we can able to change the permission of the file as well as the directory. So first of all, I am going to show you what is the exact command we are going to configure it to change the permission. Suppose that I want to provide the right permission to other users. Other means other, each and every other user, I want to provide the right permission. That means the value should be 4 plus 2, 6. And here the value is, right now, it is only 4. So with the help of chmod command, what we have to do, chmod space 6 and 4. 6 is for the owner, 4 is for the group, and this 4, the third value, that is actually related to the other user. So 646. So if I given the value 646 and then the file name, then it will provide the particular permission, and we can able to change the permission to this file exactly. Okay, so let's try. Okay, so here local user is Ubuntu. I have logged in with the Ubuntu user, sudo space -i command. I switch to the root user. So what exactly happened yesterday? This sudo permission, I lost the sudo permission of the Kali Linux user. So I'm not able to switch to the root user. So I will provide it. I will troubleshoot it how I have to do that one. Then I will tell you tomorrow. Then this is the root user. With the root user or with the Ubuntu user also. First of all, we have to check how many users are created over here. So ls/home. So only Ubuntu user is created. Let's create a new user, add user. Suppose that Anna. New password ASD @123. ASD@123. Full name, room number, work phone, home number, others. Yes. Created. Now I'm exiting from here. CD/home/home ls space hyphen l, and permission for the NA is Ubuntu is also execute and NA is also execute. Okay, fine. Now CD Ubuntu ls, there is document download. So in the documents, CD documents ls, nothing is here. I'm going to create a file called mic. This is a file, control C, ls space hyphen l. So for the other users, only read permission is there for the mic. Okay. For the other users, only read permission is there. So let's check. Eric, SU space. Oh, sorry, Eric, Anna. ANN, Anna. Password is ASD@123. So let's see. Whenever from a particular user, if you want to switch to the another user, you have to know the password. Then only you can able to log in into the another user. So right now I am inside the Ubuntu documents. Okay, ls space hyphen l. Now, if I want to read this file, I am able to read this file. But if I want to append this file, permission denied. I am not able to do that. So suppose that if I want to change the permission and I want to provide, means Ubuntu user wants to provide the right permission to this particular file to the other users. So the command is chmod. Okay. ls space hyphen l. Okay. chmod. Then 6 is already there. I do not want to change anything over here in ownership. In groupship also, we do not want to change anything. So 6 is there. But for the other users, I want to provide the right permission. So the 4 is there, and for the right permission, the value is 2. So we have to add +2 over here. So now the permission is 666 for the mic. Okay, ls space hyphen l. So now the permission is changed. Okay, now I'm again switching to the NI user. Right? And if I try to now append this particular file, before when I tried it earlier, it is showing permission denied when I try to do the append. See, when NI user try to append the file, it is shows permission denied. I change the permission of the file. Now let's see I'm able to do it or not. Now it is blinking the cursor over here. That means I am able to do it. I got the permission. Cat, mic. Now see, I am able to edit this particular file. So editing permission, I got it. Fine. Now, Now again I exit from this and return back to the Ubuntu. Now if suppose that you want to change the permission and do not want to provide the read permission also to the, you want to remove the read permission from the file. That means right now you want like this, read write for the owner, read permission for the group, and no permission you want to give to the other users. So then tell me what I have to provide. chmod space 6 4 then 0. We do not want to provide any permission. So we want to remove the permission from the file. So if we want to remove the permission from the file, then like this, you can able to change the permission. Then the file name. See. In Ubuntu, what we want? We want to remove the write permission and the read permission also. We do not want to provide the read permission to other users. Why? Because suppose that it is a confidential file. So the user is not want to provide the permission to the others. They can able to read also the file. Even even the user do not want to provide the read permission to the users. So chmod, I am running the command from the Ubuntu user, chmod, and then 660 my ls space -l c. It remove all the permissions. Now, if you are going to switching to the ANA user, if you are switching to the ANA user and try to read this file, permission denied. File is here, but I am not even able to read the file also. The editing is another part. We can't able to read the file also. So like this, we can able to change the permissions of the file. Got it? Now again, I'm going to provide the read permission 664 to the mic. So I provided the read permission to the file. Fine. Now here I'm going to create one directory, nkdir, and the directory name is suppose at Pablo. ls space -l. The default permission for a directory is read write execute, read write execute, read execute. Read write execute, okay. Here is what exactly happened when we are going to create a particular directory with the local user, then it will provide the read write execute to the ownership, and for the group also it is groupship is also providing read write execute. Okay, so right now this default permission is 77 and read execute. For the other users it is only read execute, that means 5. Okay, so that means if some other user wants to get inside to the Pablo directory, I am able to get inside to the Pablo directory because execute permission is there. But if you want to create any new file, so the permission is denied. means write permission is not there for the directory. So as a other user, I am not able to create a file over here. Fine. If suppose that the owner of the particular file, the owner of the particular directory is not even provide the execute permission to the directory. The user do not want to provide the execute permission, so that not even the user will able to enter into the directory. So for that, chmod for the owner of the file permission is 7, for the groupship of the file permission is 7, and I want to remove the execute permission from the directory. That means I have to remove 1 from here. Okay, the total value is 5. I have to remove -1 from here, so it will provide the value 4. Right now here the value is 5. 5 means read and execute. I want to remove the execute. That means from the 5, I have to remove 1. So now the value is 4. So we have to configure the value 4 over here, and the directory name is Pablo. Now the execute permission is removed from this directory. If you are going to log in with the NI user and try to log in inside the Pablo, you are not able to even log in, get inside to the Pablo also. So we actually remove the execute permission. So like this, we can able to do configure each and every configuration, each and every type of permission to the files, whatever the user actually need. Okay, according to the user need, we can able to change the permission of the file, whatever the need of an user is. If suppose that he do not want to provide the read permission also to the file, so not even the user will able to read the content inside the file. Okay, if you want to remove the each and every permission from the file, each and every permission from the folder to the other users. Okay, remember one thing, the owner would not going to remove the permission from their own permissions from the file. Why? Because the owner would want to use the permissions. But if you want to remove it, you can able to remove it, the permissions from the file, and again you can able to provide the permissions to the owners. So that we can able to do. If suppose that chmod, if you want to remove the write permission, means only provide the 4 over here and 4 in the here, 4 over here and 4 over here. For the owner, you are provide the permission read. For the groupship, you provide the permission read. For the other users, you provide the permission read. For the mic file, ls -l. Now you only able to read this mic file. If you want to, that means the owner want to edit this file. Owner does not have the permission. It can do, but no one is doing that one, because if the owner is itself blocking himself to read the file, then there is not a point. So why he is actually creating the file? But just I showed you, you can able to remove the permission from any particular space, whether it is a owner, whether it is a group ship, or whether it is a others. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt over here? So kindly ask me.
सर बस यही है कि ये चीजें याद होने में टाइम लगेगा.
You do not want to learn or by heart anything. If you just Google each and everything, you will got on the internet. So in the production environment, no one is going to learn each and every command over there. Okay, they just have to know from which particular location I have to create the file, from which particular location I have to edit the file, from what are the commands I have to run, for what purpose. You have to know the purpose. If you know the purpose, you can able to search that particular command over the internet. So in the era of internet and the AI era, we are not going to learn in everything. We are not, but the basic commands you should know. Okay, so in the interview, the basic commands they will ask you. If you do not know the basic commands, that is not good. Okay, so you have to learn the basics commands. Otherwise, the commands which we are in the CH, we will learn hundreds of commands over here. So it is not like that each and every command you have to learn it. Okay, but you know each and every command's work. Each and every parameter which we are actually providing over there, you have to know the parameters meaning. Okay, that is only an issue. You do not have to learn each and every command. Okay, fine. So I'm only giving you an introduction of the Linux. So here we actually completed the introduction part. Now we will start with our CH course module. So today I am starting with the CH course module. So in the CH, the first topic is footprinting. The first topic is footprinting. So what is exactly the footprinting means? Footprinting is the most convenient way that attackers are using to gather the information from the computer system or a network about the device. And that are the attackers are actually doing each and every time. Whenever the attacker is trying to attack on any particular network or in a domain or in a particular server, the first task is to gather the information about that particular device. So what it means? It means suppose that I showed you the architecture of the network. Okay, so in that architecture of the network, there is so many servers are deployed, so many client machines are deployed. That means so many IP addresses are running over there. So how could a particular attacker know how many IP addresses are running over there, which particular website is running over there, that particular website is related to which domain, who is the registrar of that domain, from when the particular website is running on, what is the IP address of the website, what is the NS servers, what is the NS record of the particular website. So many informations he actually want. Then only he can able to attack on that particular website. He has to gain the information about the website. Then only he can able to attack on the website. So first thing is gathering the information. For gathering the information, first thing is footprinting. So footprinting means we are going to find out the information about the operating systems of the target machine. How many, suppose that there are so many machines are running in a network. Okay, and you scan a network, you got multiple IP address over there. Now you have to find out in which particular IP address, which particular operating system is running. If you know the operating system, then only you can able to identify that which particular machine is a client operating system, which particular machines are the server operating system. Then after that, you have to find out what are the services are running inside that particular server and in which particular service the vulnerability is there. So we have to find out so many, we have to follow so many steps. We have to means the attacker is actually going to follow so many steps over there. Okay, so if we do not know what are the actually criteria and the pattern which is followed by the attacker, so as a ethical hacker, we are not able to protect the server over there in the network. Okay. Then the information about the firewall, information about the email IDs, information about the password, information about the server configurations, information about the URL. Okay. So if we talk about the footprinting, there are two types of footprinting is there. First is passive footprinting and second is active footprinting. Passive footprinting and active footprinting. Okay. So what is the difference between the passive footprinting and the active footprinting? In the passive footprinting, you know the word OSINT. You heard this particular term, OSINT?
No, sir.
Okay, so this is a actually technique, open source intelligence. Okay, so with the help of open source intelligence tool, we can able to find out the informations of the target machines. I'm showing you. See, OSINT framework. Okay, open source intelligence. So this is the official website of the OSINT. OSINT framework. You can able to find out the username information, email address information, domain name information, image, social network, instance messages, so many information. So this is the actual framework designed by the OSINT. Okay, so this is known as open source intelligence. So whatever we are actually finding with from the OSINT method, that is known as passive footprinting. So basically, passive footprinting means you you are actually gathering the information without knowing the target. Without knowing the target means whenever you are going to fetch the information, whenever you are sending the request to the server to uh, find out the informations of that particular target, the target would not know that someone is actually getting inside to my server without my knowledge. That is known as passive footprinting. So that means at that time, the particular target would not know anything. And the attacker is also don't know about the exact target. Okay. So with the help of some tools or with the help of some website, whenever the attacker is going to find out the or fetch the information of the target machine, that is known as passive footprinting. Okay. So whenever the attacker don't know about the target and he is actually the and he is going to use some websites or the tools to find out the information, that is known as passive footprinting. So see, I'm showing you some stuffs over here. There is a website called Whois, Lookup. Okay. With the help of this particular website, we can able to gather some information about the website or the domain name. Okay, we are actually finding out the information about the domain name. So someone here able to tell me what is exactly the domain name means? What do you mean by domain name? if we want a domain name or any particular domain name we are entering into the URL, it is like this one, something xyz.com or .in, .org, .edu, something like this. Each and every time we are providing a name like .com, .in, .org, .edu, .gov, .co, .in, whatever. So these kinds of name is known as domain name. Okay. So if we want to find out the information about the domain name, then this particular website is helping us. Let's see, gu.ac.in. I want to check the information of this particular domain. So let's see what the information is speaking out. So the domain name is gu.ac.in, that is fine. Registered on 19 September 2008. So that means it is actually showing you from which year the domain name is actually registered on. Then expired on. Expired means whenever you are actually purchasing the domain. So there are so many domain service providers are there. So from the domain service provider, if an organization purchase a domain name, it is actually providing the domain name for some period of time. And we have to pay, or the billing which is actually given by the domain service provider, that is on the yearly basis. So the organization has to pay the cost of a domain name for a yearly basis. Okay. So what Graphicira had done, he exactly updated means when the particular domain name is going to expire. So going to expire on September 2024. So when the domain name is going to be expired, he actually renewed the domain name. Now till 2024 to 2033, they renewed the domain name. Now till 2033, nothing would be happened to the domain name. No need to provide any particular costing to the domain service provider, because each and every price is provided to the domain service provider. The Graphicira actually paid upfront payment is provided to the domain service provider. So it is showing in 2008 the domain is registered. In 2024 the domain is actually re-registered and it now expired in 2033. Then these are the name server records. So I will tell you later on about the name server. It is actually related to the DNS service. So I will tell you name server record later on. Now, registrar. Registrar is ERNet. So from the ERNet, this is the company who is actually provided this gu.ac.in domain name. Okay. Then the INA ID. So what is exactly the INA ID is? Each and everywhere, whenever you check the particular whenever you actually search the information about the domain name in Whois Lookup, it is actually showing the INA ID. So INA ID is a particular identification which is provided by the INA. Who is INA? Internet Assigned Number Authority, who actually created the IP address. I already told you. So that particular INA is provided an ID to a domain name. That is showing over here. The URL of the registrar. This is the registrar information. Okay. And these are the email address and the contact number of the registrar. Registrant contact means the organization who actually purchased the domain name or with a particular domain name which we are searching on. So that is Graphicira Education Society, country is India. So this much information is showing to us if we are trying to check on the Whois Lookup. Now suppose that I have my organization, some organizations are there. Aspire Vision Tech Aspire. Vision Tech.com. Okay. Now see, registered on 24/7/2025. So you guys are actually thinking about what is the purpose to find out these informations. Okay, so I'm telling you a stuff which has happened to my friend. He's actually working in a Century Ply. He got a mail from Mitsubishi. So you guys know Mitsubishi organization. So he got a mail from the Mitsubishi that they are actually shortlisted his resume for the interview. So he got the mail. Then in that particular mail, the date and time is actually defined over there when they are actually going to conduct his interview. So on that particular date, they conduct the interview. He given the interview over there, and after 2 or 3 days, he got a mail that you are selected. You pass the interview, you are selected, and the particular package which they are actually providing, that is near about $30,000, something like that. So he is very excited that he got the job in Mitsubishi, but they are telling that you have to go to the Dubai. So you have to reallocate over there, and you have to work from the Dubai branch. So he agreed for each and everything. Then by chance, uh, he meet me and he told me everything. So I told him, kindly show me your mail. Whatever the mail you got, kindly show me. So he showed his mail to me. So the domain which is from the domain, they actually using the domain email address, na company's domain email address, the official email addresses. So they are actually using the domain Mitsubishi info, something like this, the email addresses. So what I have done, I opened this particular website. I entered the domain name over here. And when I check that, similarly, the particular thing over here, it is registered on, the particular registrar is registered on, the domain name is registered on 2025. Means this organization is registered from past uh, 5 or 6 months, I think so. Yeah. So when I check that particular domain name, it is showing that particular domain name is registered on past 1 month. So I told him that how it is possible that like a Mitsubishi organization, they purchase the domain past 1 month. So it is a fake mail. Someone is fraud. Someone like to fraud you. So he asked me how they are actually going to fraud me. So I told him that whenever next call will be came to you, they will ask you for money. For any particular reason, they will ask you that some kind of visa settlement or some kind of flight booking. They will ask you the money. If they are asking any money from you, that means you confirm that the particular organization is actually faking you. They are actually bluffing you. They are actually going to bluff you. It is only for taking the money from you. So similarly, it happens after 2 3 days. He called me and tell me that the call is actually got me. They called me and they are actually asking the money from me. So from this particular Whois lookup, we can able to check the register date of the particular domain. So if suppose you want to give an interview in an organization, and the organization is telling you that this particular organization is 10 years old, we are doing this much task, this much things in this organization. So simply come here in the Whois lookup and just check the domain name. So here it will show you if they are saying that the domain is registered or the particular organization is running from past 10 years, so you guys know whenever the organization is running, he need a website. Without website, no, none of any organization is running on. So if the domain is registered from past 10 years or minimum past 8 years, so that the particular organization is telling truth, it is a genuine organization. But if the domain is registered from past 1 year or 6 months, that means that organization is telling lie to you. Okay, so these kind of information is very crucial for the ethical hacker. They are actually got it, the particular domain. If someone is trying to send a phishing mail, many phishing mails nowadays is sending by the organizations. Phishing mail is not sending by the organization. The particular attacker is actually sending the phishing mail, and those particular mail, if you see those mail, it is looking like a genuine mail. The mail is something like that. The mail is sending from the SBI. Okay, he know that you have an account in the SBI. They know that you have an account in the SBI. They know you are using the debit card or credit card, whatever it is. They send a mail to you, and in that particular one, that is the particular mail is seen look like a official mail, a original mail that is sent in by the SBI. The logo is over there, the email ID is similar, just like it. Okay, something is different, but we are not exactly what is happening. We are not looking to the each and everything over there. Okay, so in that particular mail, they are actually send the mail that, dear customer, pleasant to send this mail to you. We have to inform you that your account is actually going to be blocked because your debit card or credit card is actually not working, so that your account is going to be blocked or your card is going to be blocked. This kind of mails is actually sending. Then they are written over there that you are our valuable customer, so we are providing a link to you, so just click on that link and update your information so that your account would not be blocked, or it is actually continuous running. So what most of the candidates are doing, they just click on that particular link. You just have to click on the link. After clicking the link, it shows a form over there. But if you are clicking on any particular malicious URL, that is just need by an attacker. They do not need your information. That particular form is only a fake form, that for your satisfaction. You just click on the link and your whole machine is actually gone hacked. So by checking the domain name, we can able to understood from where exactly the particular message is sent it, and that particular domain is registered on which particular year. So this is also registered on 7th month, 7 means July 2025, updated on 8th of August 2025, and expired on this particular date. Updated means when the particular website is live. Okay, so newly live website on that particular updated. Updated means whenever the domain is actually actively running on the internet. Okay, so that is the updated means. Name server record is there. Big Rock is the service provider, INA ID of which is provided by the Big Rock. This is the email ID and the mobile number. Registrant name, Ashwani Singh, to whom the particular domain name is actually registered on. Street, the address, it is from Kanpur. City is Kanpur. State, always, already we know that in the Uttar Pradesh. Pin code it is showing. Country is India. The mobile number of the particular registrant. So how much information it is providing to you? So many information. We know about the name of the organization's particular person by to whom the particular domain is registered, the name of the address of the organization, the city. We actually allocate the city also. from where the domain name is actually purchased on. Administrative contact, that is similar. Then technical contact, that is also similar. So how many? So these kinds of information when you are actually fetching from the domain name, this is known as passive footprinting. We don't know about the target. Target means where exactly the server is deployed. We don't know where exactly the server is deployed. We don't know the exact IP address of the particular target machine, but I am able to fetch the information of the target domain. So these kind of footprinting is known as passive footprinting. Any doubt regarding this?
No, sir.
Okay. So I told you about the domain name. Okay. So suppose that the domain name is gu.ac.in. Suppose that this is the domain name. Okay. So do you know about the subdomain name? What is subdomain name? Subdomain name. Subdomain name means sub directories. Subdirectories. Subdirectories means am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Actually, I just switched the internet connection and that's why I asked you. Okay. So here, so I opened the website of the graphic era and see, when I clicked on the gallery, now the URL is this one. It's changed the URL. This is known as subdirectory. And this whole thing is known as subdomain name. That means apart from the full domain name, there are so many pages are there. In these particular pages, so many tabs are there, so many contents are there. Suppose that the search bar is there, a login panel is there, so many things are there. Okay, so when you are clicking each and every tabs, it is actually showing some more links over there to click on. So whenever you are clicking any particular link like this, so it is actually opening a subdirectory, and this full name is now known as subdomain. Got it? This full name is known as subdomain. So there is a, I'm showing you, wait a minute. Hmm. Hierarchy of the domain namespace. See, see, here it is showing root server. This is known as root server. From there, each and every domain is actually started. Then this is known as top level domain. Okay, this is root server, and from here there are top level domains are there. Top level domains are com, gov, org, edu, net. These top level domains are actually you say like that. These are the actually departments. Okay, this is a commercial website. This is a government website, organizational website, education website. Okay, so go.in is actually a website which is actually defined the region-wise website. So these are known as top level domain. So root level domain is there, then top level domain is there. Inside the top level domain, whatever the domain name you want to choose it. Okay. Suppose that gu.ac.in or aspirevisiontech.com or xgain.com, whatever it is. Okay. This is known as second level domain. So this name is known as domain name. Okay. Now, in the second level domain, if you are actually running like this, https://www.gu.ac.in. So this particular thing is known as subdomain. This is known as subdomain. This is your domain name. This is your subdomain name. Suppose that there is a website I am showing you as an example, aws.amazon.com. So this is your domain name and this is your subdomain name. Got it? So this is known as subdomain. From where the particular website is actually starting, that is known as subdomain. And in front of those particular subdomain, after the slash, if something is written over there, those are subdirectories. Fine. So it is start from the top level, root level, then after that the top level, then the second level, and then after that the subdomain level. These are the subdomain level. So what exactly organizations are actually doing a very wrong thing. They are actually going to protect their domain name. Okay, I saw so many times whenever the organization is asking me to do the penetration testing, they are only ask me that only do the penetration VAPT for the domain name. So whenever I ask them that if you are running any subdomains or not, so they are telling me, yeah, subdomains are running, but why we are going to do the VAPT for the subdomains? We only have to protect our main domain. So this is the major thing which is organization actually doing, which is very wrong, because the attackers know that the organization actually securing their main domain. So the main domain is very secure, but the subdomains by which the organizations are running, they are not protecting those subdomains over there. So if an attacker is going to find out the subdomains of a domain name, and if they try to attack on the subdomain, and if there is a chance that there is a vulnerability in a subdomain, so the attacker can able to crack it and get inside to the web server. Okay. So this is known as subdomain. So we have to find out the subdomain name also. So if we have to find out the subdomain, there are some websites are there like subdomainfinder.c99.nl. This is the website. So it is a subdomain finder. Okay. Now suppose that if you want to find the subdomain, I am providing here aspirevisiontech.com. Okay, I am checking. And happen. It is scanning and I have to wait for a while. See, there are two domains which is actually running in this particular domain name. First is mail.aspirevision.com. Second one is www.aspirevision.aspirevisiontech.com. Okay, so this particular domain, I think so it is running for the mail server, and this is the main domain name by which they are actually running the website. Both the particular domain name, the IP address is same. So if suppose that if I copied this domain name from here, it will not run because it is actually only using for the mail server. So it is not providing any web page to me. I am just showing you. View.ac.in. Sorry. Okay. ac.in. See, it also opened the same particular website. Okay, so it would not be happened with the subdomain address. The same website should not be opened. So there is a vulnerability in this particular website. Okay, so it shows me that there is a vulnerability. So we are going to attach in the POC that from the multiple subdomains, the particular web page is actually opening up. So in that POC, we are mentioning this one. So the web developer is recognized that we have actually provided some bug is over there in our code. So we have to remove those code from there. Now see how many subdomains are running in the gu.ac.in. So many. And for each and every subdomain, I think so. For each and every subdomain, the IP is also different. Now let's see. I am going to It is not opening. Okay, so that means this particular page is used for something else. This particular subdomain is using for some other task. If suppose that I copy this IP address from here and trying to access through the URL. So what attacker is actually going to do, he actually check each and every URL, whatever the URL is showing over there, they actually check each and every URL. And if the attacker is successfully access any particular subdomain name, so they will going to attack on that particular, trying to attack on that particular subdomain. Okay, so these are known as subdomain. So this is the main domain. Okay, rest all are your subdomain informations. So if suppose that I'm going to copy this particular website, see, it redirects to the this particular what we have actually run link.gu.ac.in. When I run this particular subdomain name, it redirect to the gu.ac.in. Okay, so if I try this particular URL, so I got one URL from there, the temporary service unavailable. Okay, fine. And if I try to access this URL, so like this, this is opening some other page. Okay, this is some other page of Graphic Era, and I think this is a testing page. I think so. It is a testing page in a subdomain. Main building view like this. Okay, fine. So like this, you can able to find out the subdomain names. Now you got what is exactly the subdomain name and why it is crucial for the attacker to find out the subdomain information. And uh, our work is to just tell to the organization that it is not sufficient that you are actually protecting your main domain. The subdomain which are crucial, which you are running in a crucial task, you have to protect those subdomains also. Otherwise, what will happen? Your main domain would be protected, secure, but subdomain from the subdomain or by the subdomain, the attacker is actually getting inside to your server. Okay. So you got it. What is exactly the subdomain name? There is one
So-
more. Yeah.
सो तो बेसिकली अगर हमें सिक्योर बनाना है अपने वेब पेज को, तो सब डोमेन को, हर एक सब डोमेन को हमें सिक्योर करना पड़ेगा, या फिर जो डायरेक्टली मेन डोमेन से अटैच्ड जो उसके साथ वर्क कर रही है उसको ज्यादा सिक्योर करना है?
Whatever the subdomain which is actually crucial for the organization. Crucial means on those particular subdomain, if any database is connected to those subdomains, then they have to protect those subdomains also. If none of any database is connected or linked with the website or the web page, then there is no need to worry, because what will the particular attacker will do? If the particular attacker is going to attack on your website and none of any database is connected to the web page or the website, then no need, then there would be none of any particular attack would be happened over there. What will the attacker do? He will not get anything from there. It only find out the web page over there. You only get the web page from there. Got it? So they are not there. They do not want to get only the web pages. They actually want the informations. Attacker is actually want the informations. Whatever the information stored inside the website through the particular database. Okay. If there is some any application which is running inside the website, so for that particular application, suppose that there is a service which is provided by the hospital. Okay, so if you admitted on the hospital, they provide you a website that go inside this particular website. This is your username password. If you log in into this portal, you can see the patient information, patient status of the information. That means the website is actually linked with the database. Then at that particular criteria, we have to protect the websites, URLs, subdomains, domain names. Fine. If it is not connected, if the website does not have any search tab, if the website does not have any user credentials information, login panels, if the particular website does not have any form to fill it, and if the website does not have any particular thing by which the user is going to fetch out any information, so that particular domain name, they are not going to secure it. Because why they are going to secure it? If the attacker is attack on that particular website, nothing would be get by that particular website, because the web server is nil. Nothing is there, only web pages are there. So what should he will do by the web page? One thing he will do, he will change the web page view from there. That's it. In the page where my page is showing, he will show there that your page is hacked. That's it. But the attacker wants the information. Okay. So we have to secure the information. That's why in the first lecture, I told you about the information security.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now I want to tell you one more thing, that is CIDR. CIDR means classless interdomain routing. What is classless interdomain routing? Suppose that in the IP address, I told you an IP address 172.16.1.1. So which class of IP address is this one?
B.
Class B. Okay. So the subnet mask of this IP address is
2/16.
255.255.0.0.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
255.255.0.0.
Yeah.
So how many bits are on